So the scripture for today is from the Gospel of Matthew, chapter 12, verse 36, and it reads, "Everyone will have to give account on that day of judgment for every idle word they have spoken." And the meditation is the following. In the snow-covered mountains of Switzerland, in certain areas, guides warn travelers not to say a single word, since the smallest air vibration can cause the overhanging snow to separate from the mass and cause an avalanche, taking everything with it into the abyss. Who would think that a single word could have such terrible consequences? But the moral influence of our words is immeasurably greater. Ill-considered words which we cast off so frequently and easily shape events for ages, and the great day of judgment will reveal the terrible consequences of our words. On that day we will answer for every idle word. Isn't it scary to think of the many words we have uttered, which will then rise before us with unforgiving clarity? Idle words are those which arise from an idle life, words which are unnecessary, frivolous, and often harmful. Such empty words which pass from mouth to mouth when one has nothing to do often blacken the moral image of a person, inflict wounds, express gloating at the sight of someone's failure, and from empty words become cruel words. Idle words also include those conversations which invade a sacred space of family life, and which, while seeming to be an idle joke or inappropriate hint, can shake the foundations of family happiness. One cannot be too careful in one's use of words. Let our words be truthful, simple, and sincere, and let them be charitable and loving. Let your conversation be always full of grace, says St. Paul in his letter to the Colossians, chapter 4, verse 6. The thought of God's judgment should be a bridle for our tongue. We would speak with greater wisdom if we would always remember that our words are heard in heaven, and that they will either be our vindication or condemnation on the last day. How sacred each word would be for us, how pure, how truthful if we remembered that one of the names of Jesus Christ himself was the Word, as it says in the Gospel of John, chapter 1, verse 1.